Hey everybody, it's Somni Respiratory Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. In the last episode, we crashed a lot. In this episode, we're going to probably crash a lot more, but on a different sort of vehicle. We're going to the rocket barrel levels this time. And yeah, going to be patrolling with some moles, and there's a bonus area right at the start of this level, so don't just run ahead and forget this one. But yeah. Interesting story since the last time I recorded. I mean, again, this is just kind of topical, but more so than I typically like to get whenever I'm talking about my recordings, in my recordings. Yeah, the puzzle piece there, but my recordings have fallen slightly behind because my monitor, it didn't actually break, but it fell off my desk, so we ended up getting a new one because we thought it had broke, but as it turns out, I just plugged it into the wrong HDMI port because I'm stupid. But yeah, so that's been my last day or so. This video is being recorded a little bit behind schedule, but not so much that I'm going to be behind schedule overall. But yeah, so I guess I should probably mention that, as the level name suggests, the main thing you're facing as far as an obstacle in this level is moles with giant pickaxes that can somehow blow up your rocket barrel without getting destroyed themselves. And also runaway train cars. You can actually pop their balloons and get a few bananas. But yeah, watch out for them dropping bits of the scenery on you. That's always a good time, getting scenery dropped around you. So yeah, I kind of like how they're going just... It's not just a cave like it seems like at first. Like, I guess, I mean, the mine carts hint that there's some kind of mining operation going on here, but more specifically, it's just seeing the actual mining going on here. It's just kind of a cool little touch to the I'm betting there was a puzzle piece. Oh, well, there's a third one, probably a fourth one somewhere upcoming soon, and I'm wondering if there's one that I missed somewhere already. Oh, I think if you get all those, pop all the balloons on those moles, you get a puzzle piece, which is making me feel like it's more likely I'm not going to miss the last one, but... Oh. And also... Yeah, this, moles are quite living up to their species stereotype and digging quite a lot. And, yeah. So, that's cool. Only problem is their digging is becoming a hazard to my health, and so, yeah. As you can see, this is a rocket barrel level, so dying can happen a lot if you're not careful, and it can happen a lot even if you are careful. Sometimes it can happen if you're too careful. Also, I love how that train is just going everywhere. And now it's just kind of digging without even having a track to follow. It's just sort of... it just sort of goes. And there it goes. You have to be very careful in that little path. Aha! Right here back at the back last puzzle piece. Nice little way to cap off the level, and hoo boy, that wasn't that bad. And a lot of you are thinking, a lot of people say the minecart levels are really hard, but you didn't have as much of a problem with that one as you did some of the... Wait, Okay, I might have stumbled over my words there. I honestly can't remember if I did or not. But some people are like probably saying, well, you probably had a harder time with that, with the minecart levels, than you did with the rocket barrel levels, even though the rocket barrel levels are considered harder. Well, that's not about to stay the same. 4-5, Crowded Cavern. Probably one of the most difficult levels in the main game. Fortunately, one you are not required to play, because you can go to that mole patrol level instead, and you unlock the boss. You don't actually have to play this level at all. You don't have to play... There's at least one level... Okay, I thought there was going to be a secret back there. There's at least one level per world that you don't actually have to play, which is kind of a neat thing. Which fakes you out. It's like, oh, you think you're going to get to that minecart? Nope. This is actually not going to be a minecart level at all. I kind of wish it were. There's a hidden secret right back here. Yeah, it's a hidden secret as opposed to a secret that's in plain sight. It's kind of the definition of a secret is that you don't necessarily know it's there. Yes, words are words that used to describe words. Word up. Yeah, there's a puzzle piece. And you're thinking, well, so far it's not that bad, but then again, so far we haven't even gotten to the main part of the level. So, saying it's not bad is like saying a song isn't bad because the first note is okay. Which, okay, I guess. Yeah. We can now see why this cavern is crowded. There's a lot of bats. And we're gonna wake them all up. That sounds like a good idea, right? Yeah. This level is about dodging bats, and it starts out pretty okay. They telegraph their movement a lot. You can dodge them decently well. This string was screaming of having a puzzle piece. Yeah, you're being chased by that bat, and at the very least, you don't have to worry about the chasing catching up with you. Okay, these bats are a little bit weird. You kind of have to go towards where the big blue ones will actually move to the opposite end of the, well, not end, but opposite layer, I guess, of the horizontal path that you're moving to. So you kind of have to go towards where they start because they're not going to be there at the end. It's a little bit weird, but it makes sense once you see it a few times. The purple bats just kind of go where they line up. The big purple bat, yeah, that puzzle piece there, you kind of have to drop down to get that. Some of the puzzle pieces in the rocket barrel levels are really annoying in that they make you go through risky movement patterns to get to them. So it's kind of a little bit of a weird thing where you have to play chicken a little bit. Wow, I went too risky there and somehow completely missed it in the opposite side of how you're supposed to miss it. That's impressive. Not really good impressive, but still impressive. Yeah. You can kind of see where this level is getting a little bit more hectic than the start, which is actually not that bad. But there's more to come to it, even than just that, so. And this second half of the level also feels like it's a lot longer than the first half of it is. And this time you have to play chicken a little bit to get to the Kong letter, which is a little bit there. Again, he's not going to catch up with you because the pace that you go across the level is... Oh, there's another checkpoint, I guess. Okay, so we're all good in that sense. This is the part that's annoying. Yeah. The bat is chasing you and sends out bursts of sonic wave attacks that, if they hit you, they will destroy your rocket barrel, which is... I'm not entirely sure that's how physics works. I mean, I know sound waves can cause resonance and all that fun stuff. But the thing is, unlike the little bats, I'm getting that Kong letter, I can't miss that. Unlike the smaller bats, the sonic waves are not a fixed pattern. They follow where you lead them. So it's possible to be moving around in a bad pattern and make it so that you can't get to you have to dodge out of the way of the pickup that you're trying to get. That's a little bit annoying, but even then, it's totally possible to lead. Yeah, that's what happens if one of those hits you. Shut up, pig. But yeah, so it's kind of tricky, not necessarily unfair, but it's still really annoying, and it's a lot harder than most other things that the game throws at you at this point of the game. So I guess I'm kind of overstating how annoying a level is to some extent, but I have had times when I was playing this game where it took me like probably a literal hour just to play this one level because of this last segment. So don't expect the video to go on too much longer, because I'm probably going to speed up or cut out a lot of this section of the game, of this section of the level. Especially if I keep dying, like, right there. So, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I only have the G, which I've gotten up to the G. And one more puzzle piece left to get in the level, so we're pretty much right at the end. Yeah, see, I dodged past that, but I'm supposed to grab it, and yeah, that is one thing I will agree that the rocket barrel levels, and to a lesser extent the minecart levels even, are kind of bad about, is that you have one shot to get everything, so if you miss something, you pretty much have to die. And there's the rain. I really, really don't like that I can't record when it's raining. And it was raining a little bit today, earlier. It was raining really hard for like a couple minutes and then it stopped. But it's been just sort of raining off and on, and it's just sort of annoying that I have to try and time my recordings around the rain, which I can't accurately predict when it's going to... I mean, I guess I could always just look at like the radar. But I guess it's not raining that hard right now, but I can tell it's probably going to pick up by the time I'm finishing this episode, which... especially if it takes me another hour to do it. Wow, I was not looking at the screen there for a second, so yay, that's fun. This level is one of probably... okay, really. Probably 3 levels in the game that I can think of that are... well, okay. I guess 4. I'll go 4, sort of, because one of them is a boss fight, but it's still technically a level, I guess. This is one of 4 things in this game that I would actively consider the bane of my existence. And, like I said, one of those is a boss fight, one of those is a K level, and one of them is... well, you'll see what the other one is. But this level is probably the only, like, regular level that I really despise to the degree that I do. Okay, I almost had that, but I couldn't dodge out of the way in time to... see, I would have had to have jumped right out of the way. I wouldn't have been able to get that. You have to lead him, and finding a good pattern to do is a little bit hard unless you memorize exactly where everything is. Yeah, see, I couldn't get that. I was chicken and went up, because I thought that if I went down, he would be aiming right at the G, and as I was passing it. And that's kind of an annoying thing about this level, is your timing has way more active impact on whether you can do anything than in any other rocket barrel. In those other ones, you can actively take a fixed path, and in most of the rocket barrel levels, everything is fixed. This is the one exception, and it proves why it's generally a good thing that patterns are fixed in all of the other levels. Because this bat is probably one of the worst things in this game. I've been kind of dodging around saying this outright for a while. I don't like this level. I do not like this level at all. The first parts of it are okay, and I like that they at least put a checkpoint right before this part of the level. But that just means that you're just playing this part of the level over and over again, and it's not getting any better any of the times I am. Okay, I almost got that there, but I would have had to duck a little bit lower to avoid that, and I don't know if I could have sandwiched myself in between the ground and the burst. The bat burst. Whatever you want to call that. Also, I'm pretty sure that's not how bats work. Like, the whole point of their echolocation thing is so they can see what's around them, because otherwise their vision is not the best. Okay, see, I got a little farther there. Still didn't get to the end. And I still have to get that G every single time that I die. Okay, see, there I kind of let it to the point where I couldn't go any higher than it, so, yeah. I don't like this level. And I know some people are going to be saying things like, well, just because it's hard doesn't mean it's bad. Just suck it up and get good, scrub. But I don't think that applies here. This is something that no other level in this game does, is make you choose which paths are safe. And in theory, it's a pretty cool concept. Like, you actually have the ability to control where things are, but in practice it just does not work out. It's way harder than anything else in this part of the game. And like I said, there are only 3 things in this game that I consider as potentially unfairly hard as this. And actually, now that I think about it, it's not the only thing in the game that does that. There's one other place in the game I can think of that does the exact same thing, and it's one of the other places that I consider the bane of my existence. So, and again, this is like endgame difficulty stuff, honestly. Compared to anything, none of the other levels, like, I consider every single level in World 8, the last world of this game, every single level in World 8 is easier than this one. And this is in World 4. Even if you say that the difficulty itself is fair for this game, that's a difficulty spike that I can't justify. Just on a conceptual level, this section of this level ruins it for me. I just do not like this level. But, all the same, I have to keep playing it because I have to get Kong letters in every level. I can't just skip this one because I don't like it. That's kind of what being a completionist is about to some extent. Okay. Can I just... Okay, just focus on... Okay, here he powers up like a big burst, and that's all that you see from him because he... Yeah. I hate everything right now. And as you can see, we unlocked the K level, but I still have to go back into this, especially because I don't know where that last thing is, and I don't have any squawks left, so I have to buy from Cranky. He's trying to figure out what they're doing in the mines, but he doesn't know. Yeah, I'll buy squawks. See you later, alligator. Ha ha. Too bad there are no alligators in this game. They're certainly a lot easier to deal with than bats. Wait, really? What the? What are you squawking about? He... What? Okay, am I supposed to blow on something? Oh, wait a minute. This is a jerk move. How are you supposed to think to do that? That is... Yeah. And now I have to beat the whole level. So, you know what? I will see you next time. I guess to some extent, I will say that the level itself is okay, but they should not have put the G where you have to do that, because that just makes the whole thing take way longer. Anyway, this has been Somni Respiratory Flux. Next time, we finish up the cave world. See you then.